Good morning, friends, and you are friends. Long live and prosper. Welcome back to Trekking the Future. Wow, felt like it's been so long. I'm Joshua Hadley, and I'm joined by the man of the hour, the man with the power to super this hour, the woman's pet, the man's regret. Oh no, and you still don't know what's coming yet. How to do it?
How to do
Bring
it.
back the top of the world intro.
Yeah,
Justin Belan,
it's been a
Lord of the Principality of Sealand.
Lord forbid
Is it
nothing
of
to do with
or
there.
from?
Lord
What do you mean?
of, because I'm not from there, but I am a lord of
Yeah.
there. We had a little. Speaking of, it's been a long time. That intro there, been a while. Uh, so we were not here yesterday. Josh was feeling a little under the weather, but then he
I
had a
still am.
still is, but he had a 7 Up, so.
Uh-huh.
Um, But we're here today, and then we have another episode of Star Trek that we watched, and we're gonna talk about that and other
But
stuff.
before we do, I think I did drink the 7 Up, but I think a little bit of that's like a placebo. Like, uh, 7 Up's like got some alcohol in it, so that'll make me feel better.
Mm.
It's not really enough to get you buzzed at all, so I'm just like, here's the fix. Maybe it's just a placebo, like, oh, I'm much better.
I never even heard of 7 Up as something that make people feel better. It's always for me. It's always been ginger ale. It's like the big soda
Oh
for
yeah,
feeling better.
to me it's like same sort of thing, but
Mm.
along with Sprite.
Mm.
I was at the store and I was thinking, should I get a Sprite or a 7 Up? I was thinking like, when's the last time I had a 7 Up?
Yeah, it's. I haven't had one in some amount of time. I usually get a Sprite of some sort, some type of Sprite Zero, various flavors when I go to the movies because they have the Coca-Cola freestyle machines.
Yeah. Oh man, I just remembered something.
Would you remember?
I'm highly unprepared for the W sponsorship. More water. Actually, we'll talk about that later
Yeah.
when that she comes up. But yeah, I sorry to all the homies out
The
there.
homies.
I decided to run over to Rotman's and buy all the $5 dog food before it went up to $6.
Gotta save that dollar. In this economy,
Yeah,
that's goes a long way.
yeah, goes a long way. Well, it's time. It's time to review this new episode for new to us of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Mm.
The Serene Squall.
Serene Squall.
Man,
Yes.
they uh they captured your friend, um, uh,
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, captured Tony.
Yep.
Uh, I liked it. It was a good time. You see, it was a little more lighthearted than last week. I feel with the, you know, no children being sacrificed in this one. So that was cool. That was
Oh
fun. It's a nice little, fun little one. And then we have it says this lady shows up. She ends up pulling the old heel turn
yeah,
on Spock of all people. Can't pull a heel
yeah.
turn on
Captain
Spock. It's
Angel.
Spock. Yeah, Captain Angel. Fun name. See, that's an easy name for us to remember and pronounce. That's good. Appreciate that from her. So
Finally, she did us a.
there is a solid there with the with the
It was
name.
kind of strange. I look back at it. I mean, she seems like the character to make a heel turn. Like she's got that tattoo next. I
Yeah.
forget which eye it was, but she's got that. Just
Left eye.
it's like an indicator. Like, oh, this person's evil. We're gonna see that from Justin when we go to the as our friend Robert calls it the Karen universe.
Uh,
Maybe
so
like all evil characters should have a mustache or something.
true, true. I mean, a lot of times in like WWE, if a character suddenly grows a beard, that's the indicator they're turning heel.
Tommy. I did like once again that Captain Pike got out of a situation when he was being beat up. Like, hey, I can feed your people.
Mm. Always calm, always just chill. He's out there getting tortured, and he's just like, yeah, I can help you guys. You know what I'm saying.
Well, that's how some people are.
Mm.
Like I've read about. Who's that guy who ran with Ross Perot in 1992?
That's the year I was born.
Oh yeah, that's right. Eh. Oh man, are we in the middle of the eugenic wars? In Star Trek? But yeah, that guy.
Mm.
Uh, forget his. I forget his name, but
Yeah.
he was tortured, and he wrote about the need to like stay chill under situations like that. So
Yeah.
people have been able to do that,
Mm.
and even look at me. I forgot to say "do not disturb" on Discord, but I can keep it. I'm sorry.
And then we had a big
So
old
Kiss,
situation at the end of the episode
yeah, yeah,
where
Kiss,
well, yeah, that did happen. Spock and what's the
Nurse
lady?
Chapel.
They did a little staged kiss action because Spock's are they engaged? I think they got engaged at the beginning.
Pring, yeah,
Yeah.
he's engaged to Pring.
Basically, like there was
The
a
oh,
hostage situation where Nurse Angel, or not Captain Angel, uh
mm,
wanted to negotiate, get someone back for that the other that T'Pring, however her name is pronounced, that she has, um, and in exchange for Spock's safety. So Spock was like, "All right, I'm just gonna kiss this lady here, and then that'll upset my fiance, and she won't make the trade." And it worked. She didn't actually get upset because you find out later that she realized it was staged. But yeah,
mm,
good stuff. And then we find out at the end of the episode who the prisoner was that she was trying to get, and
yeah,
it's Spock's brother,
it's half brother.
half brother. That's a whole
Yeah,
half of a brother right there. Cybok.
yeah.
Cybok.
Cyborg.
Mm.
So, what implications do you think this will have in the original series when we see Spock and Nurse Chapel again? They're gonna look at each other weird, like, yeah, we did that thing there.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's awkward thing to just to go back to work with that person after that.
I don't know. I've never kissed an. Well, um, I never kissed a coworker at
Mm.
work. How about that?
Well, there you go.
We actually talked about this on Top of the World. If anyone wants to go back and listen to that story. Anyway, though, I I really liked the mutiny. It was funny,
Mm. Mm.
and it was cool to see the crew take over the Serene Squall, and sort of like that's the way they get out of it.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see that there's still the mutiny and revolt happening with them taking over the ship.
I like them taking over that ship and having to get their own ship back. And like, Pike is like, "All right, shoot at them, but not too hard." And the other lady's like, "How do we shoot at them not hard? How do we do that?"
Well, it's like Uhura when she's asked to like, all right, just bait them or hit like when the Gorn I think or something.
Mm.
Um, no, it wasn't the Gorn. It was when the last episode. No, it wasn't. I'm terrible at remembering. But
Same, same.
yeah, they ask her like just lightly hit them, and she ends up like taking a ship down, like a small ship, not
Mm.
yeah, it's wild.
Mm.
Um, and sorry, I'm just looking at my format here. I really enjoyed um, the interactions between Spock and Captain Angel and this whole thing
Yeah,
about him being half Falcon, half human.
it's been
I
a
know
big
that's
theme
been
for
the
him so
problem.
far.
I know that's been the problem for you. You got your great replacement theory, like all these aliens are coming in and replacing us, and you're like, look at the math. If they all have sex with us, there's not gonna be any humans left, and we look at it and say, well, according to your math, someone who's half elf and half human isn't human at all. And then we're like, what?
It's been sort of a theme for Spock this season so far, with him sort of trying to battle, like, is he Vulcan, is he human, and then uh, Captain Angel proposes the idea that maybe he's neither. Maybe he should be considered something entirely different.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so Spock's whole identity crisis deepens.
Well, I think you got identity crisis. First, you say, "Just call me Snoopy."
So,
Now you're Giggity Gopher.
yeah.
What's next in the
No,
evolution?
no, 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 no. 7 years ago, I was Giggity Gopher. Now I'm just Gopher.
Well, I, so what happened to Giggity?
I did Tuck join the channel, and Giggity got tossed aside. That went back to Family Guy.
I figured it's Gopher and Tuck, but you're still Giggity Gopher. Like he's not just Tuck, he's Tucker Lucy,
No,
right?
I'm like when WWE decides to randomly take away somebody's first name.
Well, well, it's not as bad as like Cope or something, at least. Maybe we'll call you like Dread or or maybe Dark.
Okay, all right now, all right, okay.
Well, I really enjoyed that
Yeah,
episode. It's a lot of fun.
yeah.
Um,
I've been
I
enjoying
like
the
the
show
kiss.
as a whole. The guess was, and they like they sold that one. Like they really went in with that. They could have just done like a quick little 2 seconds, but no, they were digging in.
That's not
Yeah.
the Spring understood. She's like, man, like I know what you're doing, Spock. That's really I
Mm.
well. Um, let's see. Like I was just saying a minute ago, I drank up my water. Uh, Um, I think I need to fill it up again, and I need to hit a caffeine. Um,
Mm.
not something too expensive. Like I went to Rotman's, like I said the other day, bought a bunch of $5 dog food. Not trying
Mm.
to buy things on Amazon, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like need some, yeah, like I said, caffeine hit.
Mm.
Maybe the best-selling flavor on Dubby back in February.
Yeah.
The the crisp and smooth Kyoto inspired drink Japanese soda.
Japanese soda flavored energy. Basically, is what you're getting here. You put that in your water, you shake it up. It's a good time. And in addition to all that, you could get it for 10% off by using,
What?
if you go on w.gg and you go to put your order in, you go to put a code in. You get to that part, you put in the code Gopher Tuck. Go for Tuck. No
Wait,
and, no space, just go for Tuck. Or click the link that Moose just put over there in the chat. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, it's down in the description. Click that link, it automatically applies the code. That
yeah.
code gets in, your entire order, all the things you put in that order, 10% off. 10%. That's a lot of percent. Okay. In this economy, 10%, that is a lot of percent. And you can get there's a bunch, they got a lot of flavors. They got a great many flavors. They got like water bottles. They got stuff, and they got things, and it's mostly centered around energy drinks, powders, and
I want people to use this Gopher Tuck code enough so that we can get the custom Gopher and Tuck flavor.
yes, yes, get our Gopher and Tuck flavor, which I said. So it would probably be like two main ingredients, right? With me getting one choice, and then Tuck getting a choice. For my choice, I don't know what I'd go with. I do like banana. I'm a banana fan. So depending on
Mm-hmm.
what Tuck would choose, I might go banana if that works out well with that.
I love bananas.
Yeah, it was good.
I gotta use a spoon today because I don't have my shaker. I
Mm,
put it. I cleaned all my well, as I should, all my water bottles. I have it in the dishwasher.
mm,
Yeah, but could use a cup too,
yeah,
a spoon. You
yeah.
know.
Anything that can contain water, you can put powder in it, and you can stir it or shake it. You know, like James Bond has his choice, his preferred choice. You can also have your preferred
Vodka
choice.
martini.
Mm. He prefers shaken, not stirred. But you know, sometimes you gotta stir it because you can't shake it.
Well, for me, like I tried a martini one time. It was actually the first time I was really drinking alcohol. It
Mm.
was too hard. Well, yeah, go to Debbie. I've been saving money buying this stuff, and I feel like I've been,
It's like
I mean,
it's better. It's better for you than like soda and other ways people tend to get caffeine.
and I hope I'm hoping like it's got coffee extract. Like I'm hoping all these tariffs just don't raise the prices of it.
Yeah, hopefully not. But even if it does, you're still getting 10% off.
Yeah, I definitely need that.
The bigger price that they have, the more 10% is. So
I think we lost your camera.
your camera is gone at the moment. Oh, there we go, and boop, there we go. It's back.
Just, just in time for you to read us the news on Star Trek Red Shirts.
Yes, let me
Go to that.
get this here. So Star Trek red shirts. I'm gonna actually utilize this now. There we go.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's bright. That is bright. Okay. Uh,
right.
so Star Trek Red Shirts launches in July. Star Trek Red Shirts launches in July 2025. Okay, cool. Let's see that here. Coming out of the London Book Fair, I get the word that IDW Publishing is to put out a new Star Trek comic book series in July, written by regular Star Trek comics writer Christopher Cantwell, called Star Trek Red Shirts. Um, I guess we can see where this is going, with covers by Chris Shahan, J.J. Lindell, and Declan Shalvey. Star Trek Red Shirts #1 will be published on the 16th of July, 2025.
Very,
Right
very
after,
close to the days.
right after,
Right
uh,
between.
right after Tuck heads back to Baltimore after his visit
Oh, that's right.
in
That
Texas
too.
land. Yeah. In fiction, a red shirt is an informal term for a stock character who was killed off shortly after being introduced, often introduced for the sole purpose of being killed off while adding little else to the story. We kind of talked about that in a recent
Yeah.
episode, about how it's like, these people have their whole stories in their lives, but we don't see that. We just. The term originates from the original Star Trek television series, in which red uniformed security officers and engineers, as part of landing parties on strange alien planets, often suffered deaths in the episode in which they first appeared, in contrast to most of the show's main characters wearing other colors. Uh, Presumably, this series will focus on such characters attempting to avoid their inevitable narrative driven deaths. It might recall that a 1998 episode of Deep Space Nine, Valiant, saw a group of cadets calling themselves Red Squad, almost all of whom die in the episode. The concept also formed a lot of the thinking behind the animated show Star Trek Lower Decks. And then there's also the novel Red Shirts by John Scalzi, also satirizes the trope in which several senior officers of the Intrepid, flagship of the Universal Union, lament the unusually high number of casualties of low-ranking crew members during the recent away missions and conclude that they will need more crewmen to replace them. The book follows the story of 5 new recruits to the ship who realize that their actions are being dictated by the writers of a badly written sci-fi show from the past.
So it's a little fourth wall breaking.
I like that. We had a conversation about basically this a couple of weeks ago, and in comic books, it's a very interesting concept for a comic book series. I don't read too many comics. Usually, I just like manga. I don't think I've actually ever read any like American comic. Um,
I got a ton of X-Men comics.
mm, but I am interested in that as a concept. On account of what I talked about in a previous episode, you can go back and watch it about Illusion of Gaia, the game for the Super Nintendo that I love, that had a specific scene that sort of stuck with me. through the years?
I got my current comic sort of working on um
Free speech
the free
handbook.
speech handbook. Got your favorite. Um,
Who is it? Who's my favorite going to be this time?
oh, got the original way to do
Hmm.
the Pledge of Allegiance right there.
Hmm.
Up
No.
on this other page. There it is.
There it is. There it is.
And then he explains, of course, we had to change that to doing that. I really enjoyed that in this comic. But
Hmm.
I like comics. Like I got a ton of them.
Hmm.
Too much probably.
I gotta start getting into some of the. As mentioned, I've gotten into manga, but I don't have any physical stuff. It's all digital, all like on my phone, tablet, whatever.
Yeah, I gotta have the paper. Otherwise, I feel like I got the desperation disease from Erica 7.
Yeah.
Well, anywho,
Any hoopst.
anywho, I made you listen to that.
A little toot there. A little toot from the old sick boy.
Yeah, okay. So it's time for our favorite
Hmm.
Star Trek trivia.
Here we go. I think last week I got two right, which was the most I've gotten. The only time I actually won. Didn't get all three, but got two of them.
So Nurse Gopher is gonna get three questions.
Okay.
Then, of course, if he gets two right, he wins. If it's one or less, he loses.
Usually it's one.
So if he if he wins this week, he gets to scratch any itch that he has, and if he loses, he's gonna have to like just let it go.
just gotta let it go.
Yep, it's gonna be itchy.
I
Like
don't
you
like
can't
that.
itch it.
I got an itch right as you said that. Okay. Getting the scratches out of the way before I lose this. There we go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Very awkward spot there. Okay, there we go. I have to use my chair. Okay.
All right, first question. What are Captain Angel's pronouns?
Huh. Hmm. Well, Captain Angel's pronouns. I didn't really notice.
Oh, it's not like they did a DSA meeting, the Democratic Socialists of America. Every time they go into those, they ask, "All right, what's your pronouns?" I've never had that anywhere else, like in the city council meeting, a Green Party meeting, or
And also, like, I don't know, I don't know if for this universe, if it's just like he, her, she, they, them, uh, or if they have like other ones that they use. I'm gonna say they, them.
you got it.
Hey, look at that.
Wow, you're on the path to victory.
I'm on the path to victory. One more, and I can scratch myself all I want.
All right, so second question. Captain Angel is attempting to free Cybok in this episode. What Star Trek film is he featured in?
I just saw five, Final Frontier.
Yeah, you got it.
I just saw that earlier today when I was reading the like a recap of the episode to refamiliarize myself with it. Look at that. Look at that. Scratching.
Wow.
I can scratch all I want now.
Yeah.
One more
Well,
question.
um, I think we serve and we only get a couple minutes for the review, and we missed out on the beginning, which is really funny to me. T'Pring calls Spock and says, "I've been reading all these books, Spock."
Oh,
Um, so I based this question on that happening.
okay.
What is the Vulcan mating ritual called?
Oh God. Oh. uh, something weird probably. uh,
What?
uh, Fling Flong.
Pretty close. It's Pon Far.
There you go. Yeah, that was a fun way to start the episode. She starts showing an interest in human mating.
Like, I wonder how different it is.
Mm,
I've I almost watched Wrath of Khan again, being
mm.
sick yesterday, thinking I didn't watch
Uh,
it again. I decided to watch this episode, rewatch it again. Well,
yes.
rewatch it again. I guess the way I said that, it was
Rewatch it.
just a third
Rewatch it for
time.
the first time. Meanwhile, I spent the entirety of yesterday watching the first season of Yellow Jackets. So how that going for me?
Yellow
While
Jackets.
getting stuff prepared for the GM battle season 3 on Gopher and Talk.
Uh, Seems like we're kind of early for this ad read, and I know last time Gopher and Tech the spot went a while. So since we're early, can you tell us what's going on with Gopher and Tech?
Okay, I mean, not too much to note this week. Just the usual. We have Pokemon Gaia continuing our randomized Nuzlocke, the first one we've done of a ROM hack. We have Split Fiction getting started. I'm enjoying that a lot personally. I mean, I loved it. It Takes Two. I loved A Way Out. This one is also very good, very fun. Although, as you can imagine, Tuck is not cooperating very well all the time. So
Yeah.
there's a part where there's a little bit of friendly fire as it enabled in the game. He makes the most out of that he can. Uh, but
Sometimes that reminds me. Sometimes when my sister and I played Super Mario Bros. 3, all we would do was this battle mode.
when we played Super Mario 3D World, like there you could pick each other up and like throw each other. So anytime we would get near a ledge of any sort, he would try to pick me up and yeet me off the level. So that spirit is continuing here. Also, we got to play as pigs for a little bit, so that's fun. So that's coming out. That's good stuff. Apparently, Tuck is getting some Tuck Thursday stuff prepared. That sort of
Oh,
kind
again?
of
Like we don't
happens.
have to wait 2 years? What?
The Tucker Variety Hour still. Who knows when that's gonna be back? But the Tuck
Oh,
Thursday.
sorry,
Yeah,
I get confused. Like Cut Thursday is something different,
yeah,
but
yeah.
although very much
But
appreciated that that's back.
yeah, it's also. I mean, that's the other one where it's sort of whenever he feels like doing some stuff for that. But he mentioned he wants to do more Prison Simulator. He did an episode on that recently. He wants to do
Yeah,
more of that. He wants to do a game called Trading Card Game Shop Simulator. Card shop simulator, and some type of wrestling series. He doesn't know which game yet, but like he's done some wrestling stuff before on.
what about ECW Hardcore Revolution? That's got Tommy Rich,
Got Tommy Rich. Somebody say something about being fired up. There you go.
and he can make William Shatner. There's a creator character.
So we also, speaking of wrestling, we have GM Battle returning for season 3. This time with TJ. Although, as I mentioned last week, we're not using the actual online mode that they're adding to it. We're doing it in a different way because the online mode is stripped of features. Doesn't really work for what we do for GM Battle, but it's still coming back. We're doing share play again. Brandon will be joining me through share play. TJ will be watching through Discord, me sharing the screen on that, and he'll basically just be telling me what to do for his show. But as I mentioned, I've been I spent yesterday while watching Yellow Jackets preparing, which is a pain, a massive pain with this. So I wanted to just download a bunch of wrestlers, like real life wrestlers who aren't in WWE, cause from the community creations section.
Yeah,
I wanted to get like some meme characters that are relevant to the channel, like Mario, Sonic, stuff like that. There's this thing, right, with community creations. It's been the case for years where, say, there's a DLC character that you have to pay for that you don't own, but a character is uploaded and they have something from that character, right? Like they have one of that wrestler's moves, or like a piece of clothing that's specifically made for that wrestler. If you don't own
yeah.
that wrestler, you can't download it. they just refuse to let you download it. Uh, the same works for wrestlers who you don't have unlocked in the game. Uh,
Oh,
there are like 60 wrestlers, probably more than that, that you have to unlock. Some of which you unlock by playing the showcase mode, which I did. I played that in its entirety already to unlock all those. But then a bunch you
mhm.
unlock by spending VC, 1,000 VC per wrestler, and there's like 60 wrestlers, so that's like 60,000 VC.
Yeah.
You got to get all that, and I don't know that. So far, the fastest way I've come across getting VC for that is just doing exhibition matches, and that's like I could do a 10-minute exhibition match and get like 400 VC, which is not even half enough to unlock one character. So
Actually, with the way I used to play the WWE games, I could have done that pretty quickly, but now like
yeah, it's taking
I
a
hardly get to
while.
play.
But like
One
there's
thing, yeah.
I was gonna say that there's been like so many like really good calls of like MJF or like other people like that where I'm like, ooh, this is great, I want to download it, and then I can't download it because it's wearing like Booker T's gloves or something, and I don't have Booker T
Yeah.
unlocked, so it's like it's just so many that are like that, and then also like it blocks me from using any of those pieces of clothing, hairstyles, tattoos, wrestling moves, any of that when I make my own wrestlers, which I've been doing to make like my EFED characters, TJ's EFED characters, Brand's making his own, and then
Like
like
Wayne
we
Partner, maybe.
we got Larry Bigman, Laura Bigman, Green Person, Kunt from our Pokemon series, so a whole bunch of stuff
Maybe
like that.
Black or something. It was some weird like way couldn't talk or
Yeah,
spoke.
it's Brand voice is Kunt, and it's an interesting voice, but so it's been a process trying to get all this prepared, but we're trying to get it prepared, trying to get a whole big roster pool for us to work with. Um, and yeah, that will. I don't know if we're gonna start filming that this week or next week because it depends on if I'm able to get everything ready for it by our recording sessions this week. But it should be starting soon, and it'll be coming out on Sundays. It will not be getting the like edited down, like cutting a bunch of stuff out type of format that we're doing now. It's going to be its
Mm-hmm.
own separate thing where it's each week you get myself, Brandon, and TJ booking our shows, and you watch one match from each show. And that's in the first episode. It's just going to be the draft and all that. So get that all fully uncut. Since it's now 3 people instead of 2, so that's an extra match we gotta watch, an extra booking we gotta watch. The episodes are probably gonna be over an hour, so for those interested in that, gonna be plenty of content for you to watch on Sundays.
Just go to Bing, your bar up there, and type Gopher and Tuck. Not like Dubby Gopher Tuck. You gotta put Gopher. Well, I don't know if you have to put Gopher and Tuck, but do it. And the first result is their YouTube page.
Gopher ampersand Tuck. There you go. We're on there. If you could be watching us on there, who knows?
Uh, well, I'm sorry, Justin. I got more news for us. You want to go to this article? Let me see if I can. I got to copy and paste it off Microsoft Word, or I guess I could have gone to
So
Discord.
this isn't the other one you sent me already, right? This is a different one.
Yeah,
Okay, because there is another article for later, so we'll get into that at some point.
yeah. It's about the upcoming Star Treks. Since you just went off on an ad read, I'll read this. So this is from Fandom Wire. Came out yesterday at 2 in the morning. Pretty wild. Every upcoming Star Trek movies and TV shows in 2025 and beyond.
And beyond.
Ready for warp speed? So, um, there's lots of stuff to look forward to. I was quite surprised. So of course we got the new Strange New World season 3 and 4. I'll start. I won't read the whole article, but I'll start from here. Great news for Pike and the Enterprise crew. So, spoiler alert:
Why is it
they don't ever get killed in the show. If you
Yeah,
thought that.
you know.
Star Trek Strange New World Season 3 wrapped filming in May 2024 and is heading to Paramount Plus in 2025. Yes.
Yes, that's
The
this
premiere
year.
will
That's
finally,
where we're at now.
yeah, during the eugenics wars. I think
Mm-hmm.
so. The premiere will finally resolve that nail-biting gore and cliffhanger from season 2. Oh,
We'll see what that is at some point. Get there eventually.
the directing roster includes Trek veterans
Mm.
Fisher, Valerie West, Dan Lau, and fan favorite Jonathan Frakes, who is helming a Hollywood noir episode,
Mm.
Pike and a Pandora. Anyone? Lucky Comic Con attendees will already got a 5-minute sneak peek of season 3.
Oh,
Oh,
look at this the hairstyle he got in the preview here.
yeah.
It's a fun little. Wait, so is that supposed to be Pike? Because it looks like him in the face, but then like he's got the hair and he's got like the ears are different.
I think he's like getting ready to fight someone because he's got that weapon there.
He does
It's
have
like,
that
all right,
weapon. Yeah, got a
here we
nice.
go. But here's the really exciting part.
Yeah,
Paramount Plus already has renewed the show for season 4.
yeah.
We
We
talked about
talked
that,
about last week. Yeah.
so I won't continue that. Can you read the second item here?
Yes, the Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, I didn't quite 100% get what this was supposed to be.
All right, let's see. Ever wondered what it's really like to be a Starfleet cadet? We're about to find out. Star Trek Starfleet Academy began production in late 2024, targeting a 2026 premiere on Paramount Plus. The series comes from franchise veteran Alex Kurtzman and Noga Landau as co-showrunners. Set in the 32nd century, Starfleet Academy introduces new cadets learning under the Academy Chancellor, played by Oscar winner Helly Hunter. Paul Giamatti is joining as the main villain. Talk about Star, but hell yeah, Paul Giamatti is great. Uh,
Yeah.
they're going all out with the largest set ever built for Star Trek, bringing the Academy back to San Francisco after it was relocated to space in Discovery.
Wow.
Kurtzman has hinted these cadets might question and even fix mistakes made by past officers. For Lower Decks fans, Tawny Newsome is part of the writer's room, bringing her Trek expertise to the table. So it's like a series centered around like training the people on the Starfleet. Hmm.
Like Full Metal Jacket, the first half of that film.
Yeah,
We
interesting.
need like Arlie Ernie yelling at Pike. Like, "Ah." Yeah, okay, okay.
Hmm.
So the third thing is untitled Star Trek live action comedy.
I like how it's
That,
untitled Star Trek live action comedy, and then they show a picture from the animated series.
no, that's like I think maybe that's the vibe they're going for. I haven't
Hmm.
seen Lower Decks yet, and I didn't want to watch it. Start with that show because well, from my understanding, we need some sort of like background on Star Trek before we can fully. So that's why that's another reason we went with Strange Worlds. But Star Trek is finally getting its first live action comedy revealed
Hmm.
at Comic Con. This untitled half-hour series comes from Connie Newsom,
As
who
mentioned in the previous
the
thing, yeah.
Lord Justin has just mentioned a
Yeah.
minute ago, and Justin Simon Simon
Simeon?
Simon
Simeon?
Simon
Simeon, I think.
Simeon. Instead of a starship, it's set on a pleasure planet somewhere in the galaxy. How fun is that?
Pleasure is fun.
So we'll be like a sitcom.
Yeah. Good icon. Comedy, interesting.
Newsom says her lifelong love of Deep Space Nine and Trek's more lighthearted episodes inspired the project. While details are slim, this fresh direction could introduce Trek to viewers who might be intimidated by the franchise's more serious storylines, like Spock Amok. Like that was, even that was too much for me. Kidding. Pleasure Planet setting opens up tons of possibilities from tourist mishaps to staff shenanigans to unexpected diplomatic incidents.
Hmm.
Think of it as a comic, The White Lotus, but with that distinctive Star Trek optimism and heart.
Hmm.
Sign me up.
I mean, so far, I would say my favorite episode of the series has been Spock Amok. So, I do like the variety of genres and tones that they take. But I'm definitely down for just a straight up comedy. Mentioned that.
Yeah.
And then we got untitled Star Trek Origin movie. Uh, Trek
Mm.
is heading back to theaters with an origin movie targeting a 2025 release. It's being directed by Toby Haynes of Star Wars Andor and USS Callister fame. Those are both great. Uh, Andor's got season 2 coming out, and
Yeah,
USS
I like
Callister is a Black Mirror episode that's like
that.
heavily inspired by Star Trek, and it's actually the first Black Mirror episode that's going to be getting a sequel episode. So in the upcoming season, there's another episode that's a sequel to that one.
Oh, I
Mm.
thought it was like the Twilight Zone where it's a sort of its own self-contained story.
That's usually what it is, but this is like the first time where they actually did a sequel for one. J.J. Abrams returns as producer. Okay, I like J.J. Abrams. Here's a twist: the story is set decades before his 2009 reboot. While specific details remain classified, reports suggest the film will primarily take place on Earth and explore the founding of the Federation, a pivotal moment we've never fully seen on screen. This could
I
potentially.
think we seeing it right now in the news with the eugenics wars happening. I'm sorry.
This could potentially show us early Starfleet pioneers and the first meetings between humans, Vulcans, Andorians, and Tellarites. Whether it connects directly to the original series era or charts its own course, witnessing the birth of Starfleet promises to be fascinating.
And before we get to our next part here, we also got Star Trek 4,
Yeah.
talking about J.J. Abrams and the reboot.
Chris Pine.
The Kelvin the Kelvin timeline crew isn't done yet. After
Mm.
9 long years in Star Trek Beyond hit theaters in
Wow.
2016, Star Trek 4 is reportedly still in development with new momentum.
I didn't even know they had a third one. Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Hmm.
The project has found a first screenwriter in Steve Yuckley,
Yaki.
known for The Flight Attendant, and is being yeah, I think I said that wrong, but
Hmm.
it's being billed as the final chapter for Chris Pine's crew.
Hmm.
The entire cast, including Zachary Quint-
Zach
Quinto,
Quinto, yeah. That's right.
Zoe Saldana, Carl Urban, John Cho, and Simon Pegg, have all expressed willingness to return for a proper send-off.
Hmm.
Good.
Nice.
We can't confirm anything since the project is going through the early stages of production. Hopefully, the timing could work out perfectly for a 2026 release to coincide with Trek's 60th anniversary celebrations. Wow,
60. Hmm.
man. It's like another 20 years and Star Trek will be old enough to run for president.
True. True.
Fingers crossed we'll see the Enterprise crew's final adventure on the big screen sooner rather than later.
Hmm.
Well,
Do a Vulcan, fingers crossed.
there we go.
That.
Can't quite do it. But I think a lot to look forward to, and I got something else for people to look forward to is the seventh annual Regenerative Summit coming up in April.
Mm.
From It's gonna be a week long events. Um, from I believe Robert has something going on the 20th. I'm not sure. Adolf Hitler's birthday, of course, a
Mm.
big deal in the world.
Axel Anvil's birthday.
That him. Um,
World
of course, Earth
renowned
Day.
Axel Anvil.
Yeah, he was the final two WWF World Champion.
True. It's unfortunately true.
Earth Day is April 22nd, of
Mm.
course, that Tuesday. Ringo Starr will be playing live. There's a Bridge of Peace events. Well, Ringo Starr will be playing live in New York. There's other things going on. We're organizing a watch party here
Mm.
in Kotzebue. Got an Earth Day committee I'm starting up. I'm making a flyer for that today to advertise tomorrow, meeting up
Mm.
at ATC. Hopefully, I'm not sick anymore, but
No.
we'll see.
Gotta get
Um,
all that 7-Up in you.
yeah, I need more 7 Up, obviously. Uh, and we got the Green Party has its event for the 23rd. The Green Party of Alaska. We're hopefully I don't know if we're gonna do nominations for officers or if we're just we need a 5-person crew, and we got three. So I think we're rather good instead of doing elections, look to fill vacancies. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not the chairman, and I'm not the secretary, so I shouldn't be in charge of any of that. But
Yeah.
a lot to look forward to. If you want to learn more, go to a dash r dash k dot us, and that takes you to the Alliance for Knowledge and Reasons website, the nonprofit Robert's a part of, and there's a tab for the seventh annual Regenerative Planet Summit up at the top there below the Earth. If you go to the site, it's quite beautiful, and to get updates outside this podcast, you can go there.
Hmm.
I know you're looking forward to Earth Day.
You know, it's a day. It's about the Earth. I experience the Earth and days all the time. So
Yeah.
there you go. I get to combine
Well,
them.
one thing I felt like
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about this for a while. And this is obviously the venue to do so in front of
Oh, here we
everyone
go. Here we go.
live.
It's time for him to put me down.
Yeah, you're real son of a nice lady.
Taking me out back. Here we go to the woodshed. Get another hoot in there first.
I don't even remember if you had a woodshed. I remember your pool.
We have a shed. We actually, I think we have two sheds.
Oh no, we're gonna have to pick which one though.
Yeah. Yeah. We got. There's one that's like right next to the house, and there's one that's over by the pool to the side of that. So
Man.
two
So
sheds.
what I wanted to ask was, what do you want to do for season two? And if well, you could ask him. Do you want to have Tuck on as a guest when he's down there, or you guys might be too busy? I don't know.
Uh, I'm not sure he would even be awake at this point because so he's gonna be getting here on Friday, but it's like he's gonna
Yeah,
be on a 30 something hour, yeah, 30 something hour bus drive, um, and then we'll be doing stuff that day. So he's probably gonna be out cold on on Saturday until we're likely going to be going to Six Flags before heading to the AW show, so that'll be fun. Because his hotel is right next to Six Flags. It's like a 15-minute walk away. So.
oh, you're not. He's not staying at your place.
Oh no, God, no! This place is the worst. But see,
I would have a lot of fun. Like I sent you a YouTube video of the traps that you could do. Like, man.
uh, but see, I'm excited for him staying in a hotel because it means I get to go to the hotel and hang out with him there. I haven't been in a hotel in 14 years. I like hotels. I like being in hotels. So, and this is like a good. It was like $200 something for 2 nights, and it's got like really good reviews. So this
Good
place.
stuff. Yeah.
So looking forward to hanging out there for a bit. And we're gonna be at the mall, as they say. Uh, Probably go see the new Superman movie because that'll come out the day that he gets here. Uh, and
Yeah.
we'll be filming a lot of it through for a video, a
Oh
vlog
wow.
esque video on YouTube.
Well,
Uh,
we'll talk about that
yeah,
off screen or
yeah.
whatever. So I was curious if you wanted to do a season finale for Trekking the Future and maybe watch a Star Trek film to review, or
Hmm.
and what do you want to do do you want to go into season two, watch another Star Trek show? I was talking to the news director at the Alaska Technical Center, and she said, "Oh, she loves Star Trek: The Next Generation."
Hmm.
Or if you would even be interested in jumping around like that.
Well, so I've been enjoying this a lot. I do like the idea of doing a movie maybe like the first movies, maybe I don't know, one of the movies.
Yeah,
I do like the idea of doing that for the finale. Um, I I I think I'd be down for Strange New World season 2 next. You know, just keep
yeah,
that going, and then I mean, I don't we don't know when season 3 will be coming out. It would be great if like we finish season 2 of Strange New Worlds, and then Strange New World season 3 starts right there. So we're like actually
yeah, oh
doing
yeah.
episodes as they air. That'd be cool. But yeah, I would like to do that, and then I definitely would like to do other shows. I don't really know, which shows would be the best to go to early on. Um, but I mean, if we could try to chronological order the whole situation and go based on that. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely down to do more of this, and apparently I'm getting into Star Trek, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Enjoying it.
I'm just looking at the calendar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, we should be wrapped up with season 2 then around when um the new comic comes out.
Yeah, it should be like actually right around the beginning of July. We would be starting our third season of this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well, that's a good idea too. I wanted to get your opinion because I've been thinking about this, but I haven't reached out, unfortunately. But yeah, I've been enjoying Strange New Worlds, and yeah, I do want to continue the show, and I just gotta get better about doing the formats for these. Although I have been sick. Yesterday,
Yeah,
I just did nothing,
yeah.
nothing.
It's understandable, you know. I mean, we're not a classic United States company where it's like, oh, you're sick, your leg got torn off by a wild dog. Get in here, get into work, do your job. Doesn't matter that you're missing
Actually,
both of your arms.
I was sick and I was doing my EPS job, and I feel like working like when you're sick, you shouldn't just lay down all the time. But also, like I did a lot of exerting myself because no one else was there to do the job,
Yeah,
and
no,
it was really hard on me. But we got through it, and I got Saturday. I canceled chess club, and I canceled. Well, I didn't cancel. I decided not to go to the market to sell my games and stuff
mm,
as I've been wanting to do.
mm,
Um, but I thought about going to work Saturday, but I figured if I'm canceling all that stuff, I'm not going to work.
yeah, yeah.
And I didn't even do a Trek in the Future yesterday either. So I was in no condition to do any.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I like your idea. Uh, we'll do season 2 of Trek in the Future. We'll continue the show. I'll talk to Robert about some ideas for what else we could do. I like Star Trek trivia. I feel like we can add in another game or
Yeah,
something.
another little segment with some type of game. You know, we had a
Yeah,
couple in Top of the World. Yeah, we had a trivia one. Then
yeah,
we had a couple other things we did as well. So yeah, do something like that.
yeah. It was a little bit easier because I'd make up headlines. But, um, yeah. And if you want the season finale of this season to be a film, we could either go all the way back with Star Trek: The Motion Picture, or come all the way forward and watch the newest film on Paramount Plus. Since
Oh, the one
the
with I don't know why I always forget her name. She's great. Michelle Yao,
yeah,
hmm, which has been getting apparently very bad reviews, but reviews
yeah,
aren't always everything. So who knows? Could do that. It's recent. To my knowledge, it's like a standalone thing, right? Like it's sort of its own not really fully connected to anything. It's just we could just go in, watch. You don't really need any knowledge, anything. So that would.
And I think it's on Paramount Plus, so we
It
won't need
is.
to buy
It
it.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could maybe we could do a vote on your Discord channel.
Could potentially do that. Yeah.
That's what we'll do. We won't do it right away so that we can hype this thing up, but we'll do a vote.
Do a vote
And
on the Gopher Talk Discord if you want. You can if you're in the chat right now. I typed every single thing incorrectly there. There we go. There's the Discord. There's the link. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. You can join the Discord. You'll get a say in what movie we're watching here. A bunch of Fred Wilos and a Juck.
And make sure when you join, like, it doesn't matter if you know nothing about chess. Just say, "Oh, I'm here for the chess." Right?
Oh, should we talk about that?
Well, yeah, we got a chess stream coming up. It's on April Fool's Day. We still got a couple weeks. I wanted to do it for the Gopher and Tech segment, but we're still getting things set up. And
we'll bring it up probably every week until it happens. But yes, we got 2 more shows, and then
it's not time for the. Unfortunately, it's time for our outro. I guess we can start talking about that. Here we have it. Yeah. April 1st, Tuesday.
It's
Gopher
a Tuesday.
Is doing. Yep, a Tuesday. Doing a chess stream. Chess.com. Looking forward to that. Here, typically Alaska time, 7 p.m. So 10 p.m. in like the real world time or something.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Central Time, 11. Are you still? Because like sometimes when like daylight savings time changes, I'm like even farther away than certain like I know like sometimes with England I'm like 6 hours away and sometimes I'm 5 hours away. So are we still 3 hours apart?
Yeah, Alaska. We also jumped forward.
Yeah,
we
so
sprang forward.
It's about 8 o'clock for you now. 8 a.m.
That's how I remember what to do. Like springtime, you spring forward. Fall time, you fall back.
There you go. But yeah,
I used to wonder like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Like, how's it work? Like, that's made it easy for me.
Yeah. So 10 p.m. Central Time. Basically 12 hours after we do these deals, except it's gonna be on a Tuesday, not a Saturday. That'll be a couple weeks from now on April 1st.
Yeah, and anything else, Gopher and Tech, just go to your neighbor's house, knock on the door, and like, hey, can we go on your couch and watch Gopher and Tech? And whatever they say, just be insistent.
Yeah, if they say no, we don't want you to do that. Just be like, come on, it's fine. Let's go for Tuck's fun little guys, And if they're like, no, we're gonna call the cops if you don't leave. Just be like, nah, you're fine. We're just gonna watch them go for Tuck here on your couch. And they try to say like, sir, get out of our house. Why are you walking into our house? Just be like, nah, we're gonna get the couch over here. Just do that.
Yeah. What we should do is should just buy a projector and try and project Gopher and Tuck on the moon.
There you go. That's where the money's at.
Exactly. Yeah, do that. And for me, www.joshuajhadley.com. Though I said last week I'd update the website. Still haven't done it. I'm with the Green Party. I'm actually updating that website more than my own. With like, yeah, however people feel about that. It's alaska-greens.org. Not gonna spell it out because we have a minute here. But yeah, a lot going on. Looking forward to the chess stream on April Fool's Day. Looking forward to Tech Thursday coming back. Looking forward to Earth Day. Looking forward to the poll that will happen on Gay Gophers Discord. I'm looking forward to the next episode of Strange New Worlds and Trek in the Future.
You looking forward to GM Battle Season 3 with TJ?
Hopefully everything works out all right.
Yeah. Hopefully that all goes swell and everything. But we will see you guys presumably next Saturday. Live long and prosper. You know, fingers crossed. And yeah.
I guess I kind of did.
See you guys then.
Right? Yep, you guys have a good rest of your day.